Hey guys, this is Dominic with Fantasy 5x5. Today I'm going to show you how to create perfect lineups using our Atom Optimizer. First off, in the top left hand corner, you can toggle between Yahoo and DraftKings based on your preferred site. Also, you can click on any player to show a modified game log of their last 5 games. You can click Reset at the bottom right hand corner of the dashboard to reset the lineup whenever you choose. On the very top of the dashboard, you have several different stat categories you can filter between. I'm going to start off making a lineup filtering between shots. This accounts for field goal attempts from the last 3 games. When I filter for shots, I get a total of 149 shots per game. However, let's say I don't like a particular player. Today I don't like Klay Thompson, so I can exclude him from the lineup by clicking this X. On the other hand, if I really like a player, I can push the lock, which will ensure he stays in my lineup. From here, I can exclude or add any players as I see fit. You can filter between minutes, shots, fantasy points, which is an average of fantasy points scored from the last 3 contests, defense percentage, which accounts for rebounds, steals, and blocks for the season, projection, which is a simple projection based on player skill and recent opportunity, injury, which is based off our injury booster that we'll go over here shortly, cash creates a projected lineup based off of a player's floor, GPP creates a lineup based off a player's ceiling, versus opponent creates a lineup based off previous games this season versus that opponent, and last, our Atom projection, which is our own unique algorithm that incorporates injury data, correlation data, advanced matchup data, Vegas data, sport view data to create much more accurate projections. One last note, the DVP column here is very important because it informs you about an opponent's defense versus a player's position. For example, we'll take Harrison Barnes here. Today they're playing the Orlando Magic. Orlando Magic gives approximately 10.7% more fantasy points to forwards based off of previous matchups. Moving on to the bottom of the page, we have a list of players that play for the day along with their values and several other stat categories that you can filter between. You can also search for any player using the search function here. We have 5 very important tabs on the top of the players list that are very important to the optimizer. The Games tab allows you to exclude any team. This is great for filtering between different slates. It also shows you the Vegas lines, the time of the game, and the team records for the season. The Injuries Boost category calculates which players have the biggest impact on fantasy points scored when their teammate is injured. You can click here to add the player to the optimizer. For example, Whiteside gains 10.6 fantasy point boost when Winslow is out due to an injury. The Correlation Leaders tab informs you which players gain additional fantasy production when the 2 players play in the same game together. The Fantasy Points column gives you an average of how many combined fantasy points the players scored together throughout the season. You can also sort this category if you choose. You can quickly add the 2 players to the optimizer by clicking the green button. The Anti-Correlation Leaders tab informs you what players do not gain fantasy value when the players play in the same game together. The Injuries Included in Calculations tab is a running list of the current injuries throughout the NBA and gives you an anticipated date for their return. Alright guys, that's it for this video. I hope this helps you out in creating your perfect lineup. Feel free to send us any feedback or suggestions to our email address located at the bottom of any page. Or follow us on Twitter at 5x5 Fantasy. Cheers!